Welcome
to the Bring Me to Life podcast.
It's time to wake up
and shine on. Hello. Welcome to the Bring Me to Life podcast. Thanks for waking up and shining on with us. Shannon Shine here. And just so you know, Sela and I had a little dance party because we hope that you have little dance parties when you tune into our podcast too. Maybe that's cheesy, but I think it would be adorable.
Yeah, even if it's just a head bop, that counts too.
Yeah. And that's why we made Bring Me to Life Radio too. We like to make people dance. So there's all kinds of cool stuff to check out, and we hope that you are having a good day checking out cool stuff wherever you are.
Beautiful.
We have an abundance of cool things, and we are talking about abundance this month for the month of March, which I think it's funny because we're actually talking about rituals for abundance today, and I forgot that was the specific topic we picked a couple weeks ago, and yesterday I did a really epic ritual for some abundance, some success, some inspiration. We'll talk about that later, but Silo, I am curious, what is abundance for you, or how do you feel about abundance and rituals and creating it? Do you think it's something we have like a play in, or
a play in? I would say so, because I feel like life is a co-creation, and I have grown and evolved in my perception of divine abundance and what that is like, and also with rituals. And now with my perspective being more in line with my spirit and just what I really feel is my divine truth, that, I see rituals for abundance, like a bee being attracted to a flower. Rituals for abundance is like what a flower is to a bee.
Sit with that for a second. That is pretty cool. So they're like habitual, like they go off the same energy. I kind of get what you're saying.
It's almost like a natural order where bees come and they're just attracted to this beautiful flower, and they don't have to think about it really. It's just something that they're attracted to. So imagine, like, say we are the flower, and our ritual is like that flower's scent being spread through the air, and then that abundance is like the bee, and then it smells that, it's
like the pollen off of the flowers. I see.
Ooh, I get what
you're doing
nice
there.
Flower, and then it follows that little trail that our energy leaves, and it finds a flower, and it's just like, and then they both win. They both win because the bees go to all the different flowers and like help them to grow and evolve.
So the abundance, like when the ritual comes and someone shares the rituals with others, the feeling is like exchanged and pollinated throughout like humanity too. So like,
right, we're pollinating that idea that divine abundance is a human right.
So by us sharing some of our rituals, we're kind of like pollinating little bees right now. Like, share it. Oh, that's so cool. You're so funny.
Yeah. Think of all the bees pollinating all the flowers out there. There's a lot of them.
Oh, I think I have that in some flowetry I wrote yesterday during the Vibio experience. There's a Vibio festival happening, and there was a flowetry workshop, and it's like hugging all the trees and feeding all the bees. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rap for you guys one day. It'll be great.
Yeah, and shout out to all the bee caretakers out there and all the people doing their best to maintain that balance, because bees are super important to the world. So I feel like they have had a hard time surviving our humans' evolution, but there are a lot of people that we know out there, and shout out to all of you who are taking care of the bees, because you guys are helping the world to really honestly survive.
Totally.
And become more abundant.
I think that's a beautiful idea, because abundance is like so many things, and like even abundance of flowers and honey and things like that is really powerful too.
Yeah, abundance of vegetation. Abundance of vegetation. If we decided to come together and and, create that vegetation everywhere, we would all have food. And that's a divine abundance. And we want to spread out these ideas like that pollen so that we can harmonize with enough of the other collective in order to create that physical change. Because it just takes a small group of people to spread that idea. And if anybody's seen V for Vendetta out there, you know the power of an idea. It's unstoppable. So, share this episode with your friends if you are digging it, because it's helping to spread like the bees spreading the pollen.
And we want everybody to be abundant.
Everybody out there is like a bee.
And I want to kind of say too, like, we talk about abundance a lot, and people are maybe also have this misconception that we have, like, I don't know, like a lot of money or anything like that. But I think that we found abundance in feeling, grateful for what we have, in abundance in experience, in abundance in opportunity. And it's really about how you look at your experience. I used to kind of feel like I had almost imposter syndrome when I would talk about being abundant. And I think that that's important to talk about, because I'd be like, well, I don't have like hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars in the bank. Like some of these other business coaches and things are like bringing in like 100K a month. But, like I feel really abundant in my life experience and the opportunities I've had, and some of the rituals that I feel like sharing have really, shifted big opportunities into my life, like manifesting a shop experience, manifesting, meeting my soul family and friends and a community that was really important to me, and just manifesting different experiences and what I needed in the moment, and being grateful for the little miracles,
Yeah, just being grateful for the little things is really powerful. And, you can... The thing about making that much money is nice, and it really produces, a lot of freedom in your life. But, it's not the thing that's going to make you, truly happy. And so divine abundance is even deeper than that. It's about finding harmony and joy and that feeling of abundance, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what your financial situation is or your physical health situation. There's ways to find in our moment something to be really grateful for. And we're not just our physical bodies, we're not just the physical things that we collect and produce, and we are souls, which finding that peace and joy is going to last beyond this world. Those are what's really important. So divine abundance could be, an abundant amount of balanced, harmonious, and aligned feelings and experiences.
I agree. And, I think that rituals are a really important part of just life experience too, because I'm thinking about how ancestors used to do rituals for water and for, good health to their tribes and a good harvest season and things. And they would do big elaborate dances and feasts and, celebrations and gatherings and things like that. So like rituals and gathering and community and sharing the concept, like the power of the belief system of a community coming together and, doing a ritual for the collective even. So like when we share ideas and opportunities, it's like kind of like you said, like pollinating the whole community into having an abundant mindset so that everybody feels okay having it. Because, sometimes I think a big thing that, so this is funny because it can feed into some of my discussion later, is there's a lot of people that they think if they can't have it, nobody should. And it's like, I know student loans are something that gets brought up a lot. Like somebody's like, why should this generation not have to pay student loans? I just paid off my loans. Like, why should other people get that debt like removed and stuff? And it's like, can't we just be happy that as a collective that would, erase that from the economy and allow so many others an opportunity to invest, into these small businesses for people who maybe did have to pay all of their student loans off so that they can actually make money in abundance from it. Like getting out of that small frame mindset and getting into a bigger frame where it would just boost the economy, and the education of people too would just rise, like people's opportunity to continue learning about what they wanted would be abundant. We wouldn't have to worry about like all of these investments in fears and student loans and things. People would just go into what they really love to do, and there would be an abundance of knowledge being shared around the world so that we could learn how to make better food. We could learn how to do better things. And I'm kind of been calling that in for the collective too. I used to just be focused small and be like, how can I make my student loans go away? Like, what can I do? Like, how much can I like pay? What do I need to do to get grants and things like that? But I've been looking at this bigger picture too, where I just want the whole collective to not have to have that fear, so that we can just share in the abundance of knowledge.
Yeah. I'll say, as far as maybe you been paying $100,000 of student debt for many years, and then you finally do that, and our country goes and eliminates all student debt. I could understand the feeling of like, oh wow, just my luck, but maybe try to be an observer and see it as if you're watching a show, and that's maybe a point where the character finds the strength within themselves.
In my head, I go to like, well, great, you paid that much, but do you want your children to have to pay that? Like, what if you could be the last generation to have to worry about that, and forever knowing that, that pain that you suffered, your children and their grandchildren and the next generation wouldn't have to suffer that?
Yeah, I agree. I do think if we could focus more on the feeling of just that relief, just really sink into that relief of, wow, this is finally not something I have to worry about, because no one should have to feel like they are drowning in debt when they're trying to learn, when they're trying to find their place in life. There's so many countries where college all across the country is absolutely free. And if you think about that, that's insane, because here, like film school would be about $120,000 a year, That's the reason why I didn't go to film school, was because it was just like, that is a lot. I don't know if I want to take that on. I don't know if I want over $400,000 worth of debt. Like and especially at the time I was learning about some of the loan places, and I was not feeling confident about it. So, who knows what would have happened if I did go to film school. I'm sure I would have still ended up, meeting you somehow, some way.
But it's like, in my experience, I'm paying for student loan debt for a school that closed on me, and I didn't even get to get my degree from. And they wouldn't retract the loans because I had to leave for medical reasons. So it was like, they are taking money from me. And then I went to another college that I got full scholarship to, and I was able to get grants for. So it's like, I'm paying money for something that I didn't even get credit for, other than life experience that was honestly terrible as well. So it's like, there's so many other people out there too that I know are suffering from that, where they just have this large amount of debt that stops them from feeling abundant because it's looming over them. And the feeling of debt is terrifying, dude.
I literally just got a letter that you gave me of a debt collector from, I want to say 2009. It's like, man, how long is that? That's like over 10 years.
I think that those things can only last a certain amount of time,
like
but
12,
don't take my word for it.
12 years.
It's just crazy.
So luckily for me, it's not a lot of money, but still, it's like, wow, that's still following me.
But you're abundant, so you can start to take care of it.
Oh,
Maybe it's showing itself to you so that you can...
Yeah, I'm trying to feel excited about it, like excited to pay it off, because they sent me a little discount. If I can pay it off all in one go, then they'll give me like a big discount on it.
There you go.
And, just feeling excited, like, oh, I'm going to finally pay this off after 12 years.
Yeah, I'm on a mission to be debt-free and figure out how to help others do the same. So it's crazy because there's just all these different things that have happened throughout my life, though, that I know can help trigger kind of the cheat codes of the Matrix. Remember in The Sims where you could put cheat codes in and there were like Motherlode and Rosebud and like different things, and you could just like rack it all up.
There are certain games, with that like encoded into it.
I feel like there's certain people that have cheat codes, and I'm still working on some of those bigger ones, but I can share the few that have worked for me because I manifested my car with an abundance ritual and manifested, different bills being paid, and I have small wins, and I think that, I have seen other people use these different methods and manifest some really cool stuff. So I want to invite some people to start somewhere. And something that's been really helpful to me has been, keeping crystal grids and keeping intentional spaces in my home and remembering what I'm really like working towards or focusing my energy on, because where your energy flows, your abundance kind of goes too. So I really like to make crystal grids and I like to make vision boards. Like this time last year, I was really adamant about getting into my musical space, and I wanted to create a little studio, and I made a little vision board on Canva. I just used like the Canva app and put some pictures of the different gear on, and I manifested the different things being on sale and like, creating in a way to get them and start to learn them. It's taken me a while to really put them all together, but I looked at the vision board the other day and I was like, I've manifested almost all of that, and it was really powerful. And around the same time you did a similar thing and started manifesting things down to the cord.
Some things I didn't even realize, like I have been wanting to get this computer so that both of you and I can work at the same time, because right now we're both like working on the same computer. So being able to have separate computers to really do the work that we're putting out there on really boosts, both of our productivity. And so I ended up, finding a way to get this computer, and it all just kind of worked out where I like gave it up. I stopped trying to get it, and I was just like kind of forgot about it. But then an opportunity like showed back up. And I was like, okay, if it's like meant to be, then I'll make an attempt. And if it just works out, I'm not going to try really hard. So just, gave it a little bit of effort, and it ended up going through, and we got this computer, and didn't even realize that it came with a few of the accessories that I had on this vision list.
Yeah, this really cool keyboard with a light up dragon and mouse. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I was real excited about the dragon part.
It's funny because, in the picture, I didn't realize that there were cords on it because I didn't even think about it at the time. But, that's exactly what we got. We got those with cords. I would have hoped for, wireless, but
got to be a little bit more specific in those vision boards.
But honestly, like they're very nice, and I didn't even know they were going to come with it. So like that was just a really amazing bonus.
Super exciting. Yeah, so that was a ritual that's pretty cool, is making little vision boards and like having an image of it. I like to put little crystals around mine. While we're on crystals, a few fun abundance crystals are citrine or even heat treated amethyst, because there's a big thing in the crystal world about that. But I have a big heat treated amethyst that I call a citrine, and it is one of my abundance buddies. When I was trying to manifest a gallery to sell my art in, right around when I had Mountain Shine Creative, we got the abundance citrine and a bunch of other crystals. So I made a huge crystal grid like the size of my bedroom. It was like massive, almost like it could have been a labyrinth of sorts. And I just really visualized like a space to do all the things, and a lot of things just kind of fell into place after that. And I felt like I put a lot of intention into it and energy into it, and journaled about it too was another thing. So crystal grids and journaling and kind of like a group vision, like I said earlier, like having the whole collective kind of focusing on a certain energy. You, me, and Ashton did that for the Angel Mansion experience that we had for a couple months. We took care of a big mansion house that was called Terra Angelica, the land of the angels.
Land of angels.
And
we were like, wow, this is such a beautiful house. And we were like, why don't we just go like meditate on the property? Like, why not? You know, nobody's there. Like, there were not many cars there.
There was a big angel statue in it, and it
said for sale. No cars were there.
So we were just checking it out, and we just meditated around this angel. We all kind of just like sat in a little triangle and visualized like what it would be like to like have it as like a little healing space. And then I manifested like meeting the person that was staying at the person's house who was selling it, and he was there from England, and it was like everything fell into this synchronistic happening. So when you do a ritual, it's like doing a rain dance, you know, like you're telling the universe what you want, and it brings to you as a tribe like what you need if you do it as a community.
Exactly. I think it's really powerful. That was such a beautiful experience, and I really enjoyed it. It was sunny, and I remember sitting on the grass. Like, I think we maybe each had a crystal, and I remember just inviting the angels with us, like, you know, Archangel Michael, who I specifically work with the most, and just like imagining them with us, beaming the energy in that pyramid, and all just happening. And it, you know, slowly worked. It took a little while, but, you know, ended up happening. And that was a wild experience. We didn't keep it for too long, but, you know, it was a really powerful experience. And, you know, we got to be okay with sometimes we change.
To me, that was a big experience in learning what I do and don't want to, because I wanted to have a healing center in like a big space, but I also really wanted to travel, and I wanted to have some place that was more a different location. So, you know, you go through experiences to learn what you do and don't want in your life as well. Which I did that with the shop too. Like, you have a dream and you succeed sometimes, and then you move on, and the dream shifts. And that's why I said
with growing,
an abundance of opportunities is something that I think is really a beautiful thing.
So something maybe starts to fall apart, it's because something better for you in that, you know, space of your life is gonna play out now.
Yeah, I think that's why journaling's kind of cool too. You can ask yourself, like, what does abundance mean to you? Maybe it means having $100,000 in the bank. Maybe it means being able to go across the world and just visit and explore. Or maybe it means being able to take care of your parents and your family and your kids, and know that, you know, you have more than enough, and you can be debt free and fearless. That's like a big thing that is powerful to me. Like, you have more than enough. And so I know that you also we did a really powerful ritual last night, and part of that was to like help you to let go of that feeling of being in debt, right? Was that part of it? I'm sick of, like I mentioned it earlier, student loans just make me really upset, and I've been paying mine, and I feel like a lot of people have, and like there's been a lot of talk about the opportunity to get rid of some student loans and things in the world, and especially in the US and during the pandemic. And I think it's time, especially for those that have debt that's not serving them and was like falsely given to us, because there's a lot of people in this generation, many generations actually, that got sold into the concept of college. And most of my professors would like cancel class and stuff too. So this has been a really frustrating, heavy energy I've been carrying for a long time. And I had a couple of t-shirts from my college days, and I've wanted to burn them since my birthday last year. I was like, had this vision. I was going to have a little bonfire and burn them, and mid-pandemic and everything, I forgot to grab them or do anything with them. But I found them when I was cleaning yesterday, and something just told me, I was like looking under a couch or something when they fell down. And at the same time, I was listening to a podcast about honoring, you know, that energy, and honoring, you know, releasing things and doing things with intention. So I burn them, but I burn them in this like dish thing that I knew I probably shouldn't have, because
it was a big glass dish that looked like a
you shouldn't burn things in glass. People, don't do it. I know better.
It was a big bowl shape,
but it looked like a shell,
kind of like a it did look like a shell.
Yeah, and it was funny because I let it burn for a while, and I just kind of followed my inner spirit and was like, this is going to make a noise. This is going to crack. I didn't know it was going to crack, but I knew it was going to like break in some way, because you don't mix glass, fire, and water. But I was following my intuition and being as safe as possible. Had my little crystals, going out there being the little angel witch, following my angel guides. And I did it, and it was so crazy. And you watched it and you were like, that just cracked like a movie. It was like I followed into the exact moment. And
it was so cool because it's just like those movie moments where you activate something, like at the climax of the movie where you actually do the thing, and then like it crumbles away in a perfect domino effect, and then it all crumbles and reveals, you know, something magical. That's what it was like.
Yeah, and then at the end,
it made such a crazy sound. I very distinctly remember that sound.
Crack, crack, crack. Yeah. It was like a dragon breaking out of an eggshell or something, but it was shaped like a shell. And I kept telling you, I was like, I'm coming out of the shell. Like, I'm sick of feeling like I'm in this cocoon where I can't evolve. And, you know, I just have this deep passion within me to like create and be a creator and show others that anything's possible. So I'm doing my best to manifest it. And I feel like just being open about that too, it gives other people the opportunity, and we can rise each other up with it. But after it all cracked, I remember just kind of like looking up to the sky and breathing, and I heard these dogs are like howling from down the road, and I was like, arr, arr, arr. Like everybody was just like so pumped about this like portal in the video game of life that unlocked. It was pretty epic. I was excited about it. So it was
good
cool.
Howls.
Yeah.
Some good new moon howls.
It's cool that you got to witness it with me. It was neat.
You know, so what do you say about combining rituals for abundance with the moon phases? What's the most powerful time for those?
I think part of the reason I did it was because I'm a Pisces new moon. So this felt like a really powerful new moon to me, because it was the new moon in Pisces season, or I'm a Pisces rising, I should say. And it was something about this energy, and it feels like a collective vibe. Like every time I get on Facebook, it's like March smells like abundance. You're going to touch so much money this month, blah, blah, blah. And it's like not even about the money, but it's about this feeling of the collective is ready. You guys, who out there is ready?
Who is ready?
Who else is ready to just step into your power? You know, you've been waiting for something, and like, there's so much happening in the world. There's people out there fighting the system with like Bitcoin. You know why you couldn't get your computer? Probably my brother was telling me everybody's buying up all the fancy computers so that they can mine Bitcoin. Like computers are selling out insanely fast because of Bitcoin and all of that stuff. So that's probably why you couldn't get your computer parts for so long.
I just recently started mining a different kind of currency.
But that's what I'm saying. There's all these different crazy kind of ways to make money. People are out there going through the GameStop stuff and stocks, and there's opportunities. You just got to call things in and just start somewhere small. Like when I wanted to get my car, I really wanted my car, and I wanted a Subaru. I wanted it to be a specific color. I needed it to be under a certain amount. Like I started setting my intention for it, and I knew something was like probably going to have to trigger me making that jump, because I was really sentimentally attached to my van. But the day my van's engine blew, the guy I had helping me look for a car just happened to get the exact Subaru in the exact color with the exact under amount of mileage and my exact budget. And it was just like, oh. And what I did to get that, I think, was a practice that is called the 5x55. And I wrote in a journal for 5 days, 55 times, I am so grateful for my Subaru under this amount. I can't believe that. And then I made it something that I could write in one line. So I'm so grateful for my Subaru Outback. I'm so whatever, like whatever kind of car you want. And my brother just got a new Subaru too. He's pretty cool. But anyway, I wrote exactly what I wanted down, and I did it 5 days in a row for 55 times. And it was a way to like program it, and you can't get interrupted. You can't miss a day, and just like really stick that in your brain. Kind of like the Sims concept, when you sit there and you can hit the cheat keys and type motherload in a bunch of times, pretend you're doing that, but with your own notebook in your own hand. Some people create a sigil, and they'll do the sigil on a bunch of things, or they'll like meditate, visualize the sigil with their hands. And there's so many different rituals for success, but basically you need something to change your mindset and help you focus on that intention for a certain amount of time every single day. until you feel like you're really embodying whatever it is you're calling in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's a powerful experience to watch. I would say be patient with yourself. Be patient with everything. Because, there is divine timing. And sometimes we need to just have certain experiences in order to, I don't know, maybe we have a checklist like before we came here and we forgot about it. But our soul is making sure that we go through that checklist. Or it could be anything, really. But just stay patient and persistent. And if you can, positive. If not positive, that's fine. Do your best.
Yeah.
Just do your best, do your best, do your best.
Yeah. You got to learn some lessons along the way. Sometimes you lose things to learn about new things. And sometimes it's good to say this or something better. I try to do that on vision boards a lot too.
Yeah, that's something Sarah Hall, taught me with one of her videos. It's a really powerful way to end things, especially requests. When you say, or something better. Because, sometimes the universe has something better for you in store. And you want to leave that open.
Yeah, and leave that energy to the positive, and remember that you're trying to tap into the feeling. I try to tell that to people a lot when they're trying to manifest their soul partner or buddy or whatever, and they're like, I just want this person and I want them to be like this, and I'm like, I want you to tap into how you want to feel. How are you going to feel when that person's in your life? How are you going to feel when that bill's paid, when you don't have that loan, when you have that car, or when you're on that vacation, or you're in that new house? How do you want to feel? Are you going to feel excited? Are you going to feel stressed out because you've manifested yourself into like some crazy mortgage or payment that you don't want? No, you want to manifest how you really want to feel. Because sometimes I've manifested the opportunity and I end up feeling a different way about it. Like I'll feel stressed out instead of enjoying the abundance. Sometimes like when I had the shop, I was like, this is not how I thought I was going to feel. So you want to like focus on how you want to feel.
Yeah. It is true. You do, because what does divine abundance feel like? It can be a feeling. It involves your feelings because we experience that being humans on earth. Feelings are a big part of our experience. It makes life a lot richer, gives life a lot more depth. So, yeah. How do you want to feel? What does divine abundance feel like to you? To me, my body feels healthy. My mind is clear. I feel, inspired. And I feel focused. And obviously, I feel rich. Rich with money, rich with experiences.
I just want to feel grateful and stable and healthy and happy. Focusing on the feels. That reminded me of another ritual too. I talked about it in another recent podcast, but the giving to this, the surrender and giving to others, and just holding on to, not that they'll pay it forward, but that spirit's got your back. There's people that'll give their last couple dollars to somebody else, and then something will happen for them. And I've had that kind of happen too. I'll give somebody $20 to do something, and then I'll get $200 or something crazy. And it doesn't always work, especially if you're in a desperate mentality. But sometimes somebody recently told me they had $10 left to their name and they were in a panic about a bill. So they went and they spent that exact amount at a fast food place, but they didn't buy anything for them. They paid for the person behind them, and they just got to see the joy on the person's face. They didn't know that person. They didn't say that it was them or anything. They just got to experience the joy on that person's face and just felt grateful, and how grateful they would feel if somebody was able to help them. And then everything fell into alignment. That feeling of gratitude and giving it up to spirit and truly surrendering, and not only surrendering, but just having faith that, something's got to give, and if not, you're onto a path for a reason. We came here to experience life. Maybe it is a little bumpy. Maybe not everyone feels like they're meant to be abundant, but you're kind of typically in control of that vibration and where you're going to tune yourself into, and how grateful you are for what you do or don't have right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a meditation that, I'd like to play whenever we're ready. I don't know if you're ready, but I just want to kind of like let everybody know that we will probably end this podcast with a meditation, if that's all right with you. It's the Visualize Your Dream Life meditation.
Yeah. I at one point was going to talk about a book, and I think we'll save it for next week. But there's a book called It's Not Your Money. And if anyone else has heard about it, I would love to know what you guys think. It's by Tasha Silver. And we might pull out some quotes and practices for it next week. Last week, I think we shared a little prayer from it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's listen to your meditation. I invite you all to visualize abundance, though, not only for yourself, but for the whole collective.
For the whole world.
Yeah, just visualize what kind of world it would be if everyone was able to have everything they needed. So enjoy this meditation, and until next time, stay awake, shine on always.
This meditation will bring out your creative power and utilize your imagination to find that dream life. Your divine purpose and reason for being exists within this place you are about to create. So take full advantage of this moment. Find a quiet and safe place where you can get comfortable, either sitting up with your back straight or lying down. We'll start with a simple technique to boost your visualization power. Take a look at a specific object around you, either your hand, a ring you are wearing, something simple that you can focus on. Take in all the details about this object. The color, any scratches or dents, the way that the light hits it. Take it all in for a moment. Now close your eyes and visualize that object in your mind's eye. Using your imagination, recreate it with all its details. The color, any scratches or dents, the way that the light hits it. Just allow your imagination to stretch out. Open your eyes again. Take in the details of this object. Close your eyes and recreate the image once again. Recreate that object. And now one last time, open up your eyes and focus on all those details of that object. Close your eyes once more and allow your imagination to recreate that object. This is a simple exercise that you can try anytime to strengthen your visualization power. Now begin to breathe more slowly and deeply. Find a comfortable rhythm and just continue to be mindful of it. Notice your lungs as they expand and contract. Notice your chest rising and falling as you begin to relax and sink deeper into meditation. Allow the oxygen to flow through your entire body, energizing every cell, bringing new energy to every atom and subatomic particle. Allowing you to sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. Let your weight sink into the ground as your body relaxes. Continue to breathe and relax. Allow any tension in your body to be released. Simply breathe into any of those areas blocking your energy, clearing it and allowing it to flow freely. Any thoughts flowing through your mind right now are being carried away like leaves floating down a river. As you accept each thought, you allow it to disappear. The more thoughts you let go, the more still your mind becomes. Continue to breathe and relax, letting go of any stress. Your body continues to sink deeper and deeper into the ground. Notice the sense of gravity keeping you grounded onto earth. You know you are safe and protected throughout the entire meditation. I'm going to count down from 10. With each number, you will become increasingly relaxed, at peace, and ready to go on an imaginative adventure into your dream life. 10. You begin to relax and calm your mind, feeling the weight of your body pressing into the ground. 9. Your body sinks down a little more, becoming more relaxed, your mind more still. 8. Sinking deeper and deeper into relaxation. Notice the sense of peace in your mind and body. 7. Letting go of all thoughts, sinking deeper and deeper into relaxation. 6. Going deeper and deeper, sinking down and down. 5. Your body completely relaxed, your mind completely calm. 4. Sinking deeper into relaxation, you start to feel a floating sensation. 3. Going deeper into relaxation. 2. Notice the sensation of floating as you completely relax. 1. Imagine anything you see fading to black. As your vision returns, you find yourself standing in the middle of a large train station. Notice what the walls look like. People of all types walk past carrying backpacks and wheeling luggage. You walk around and find a big, beautifully decorated door. You see that the door has your name on it with the words, Dream Life. Open the door and walk in. On the other side is a tunnel that leads to a train. The closer you get to the end of the tunnel, the more details you can see of the train. When you reach the end of the tunnel, you can see that off in the distance the tracks will lead the train into a special gateway of its own. On the other side of the gateway are different colors swirling around. You see somebody casually walking up to you as you get ushered into the train by a friendly conductor. You walk into the train and begin to look for a seat. Right when you sit down, the train begins to slowly move forward. It picks up speed as it heads straight for the gateway. You look out the window and see the front of the train becoming engulfed in swirling colors. Once the whole train enters into that gateway, your vision transforms into the swirling colors. The sounds of the train fade away until it disappears completely. You notice music playing, the most beautiful music that puts you into a state of tranquility. A light begins to brighten. It seems like it's coming from every direction. As it gets brighter and brighter, your dream life is becoming more and more clear to you. Think about your dream life. Ask yourself, what would it be like? Begin to visualize your dream life. Imagine yourself fully in that reality right now. What would you be wearing? What would your environment look like? Really imagine all the details that you can. Take a moment to meditate on what you would be doing. What kind of job or career would you have? What kind of people would you surround yourself with? What would you be doing day to day? Look around. Allow your imagination to create the environment of your dream life. Take a moment to explore this dream life. Feel free to talk to anyone or do anything. Get involved with this reality that you created. Prepare now to come back. Take a moment to finish up whatever it is you were doing. You notice a beautifully decorated door appear in front of you. The door has your name on it. As you walk through the door, you find yourself back in the train station. Remember that you can return anytime you wish. Doing this meditation consistently will help you to really map out whatever kind of dream life you want to live. Focus on your breath. Notice your lungs expand and contract. Your vision of the train station fades completely, and you return to your physical body. Take your time, be gentle with yourself. Return as slowly as you need to. Your breath returns you to your body. You return to the moment. Take a moment to send gratitude out for being able to do this meditation. For best results, use this along with the 3 others from my Abundance Meditation album. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and return fully from the meditation. Thank you all for listening. Have a great day and namaste.
For many of us, spirituality is just the quest to find essence or true meaning and to really just connect with a higher consciousness.
Connecting with your spirituality is very important in this life. By becoming mindful of all of that, you can realize where you are and if that is leading you to where you want to go.
Listen to the little simple things, because it's those little simple things that are going to shift you vibrationally in such a way that will prepare you to become very intuitively minded and ready to step forward on the next part of your path.
I hope you can feel the love that's inside you, it's inside me, that connects us.
Thanks for shining on with us.